Okay guys, welcome to another video. So obviously the iPhone's launch was going to be big, and there's no denying it. They were going to go fast. I think, but to me the real surprise is that the iPhone 6 Plus is actually the better seller. And the reason I say that is because lots of people on plenty of surveys said, I don't want a big iPhone. I think the iPhone 5S is big enough. It might even be too big. If you look at these numbers, it's almost staggering to see that the iPhone 6 Plus is completely sold out. And we don't know, they do these pre-orders and we have no idea how long, or not how long, but how many they actually have produced. So, you know, Apple probably thought, well, we probably won't sell a lot of these big ones. I have no idea, but my speculation is they probably figure, well, we won't sell a lot of these, well, we won't make that many. But the 4.7-inch one is clearly still available in a few colors. It seems like Verizon has the most available. But in Canada and in the UK, they're just pretty much sold out everywhere. Especially in the UK, wow, that's pretty amazing. They're beating everybody as far as purchasing. The next is Canada. But pretty much their Sprint and T-Mobile had the worst experience, once again, for their servers. You would think they would have enough bandwidth. I mean, I would have put 20 times the bandwidth on launch day so you can get the customers in and out, and they can order and then just be done with it. I went to my Verizon account last night and I was able to order the 128 gig within seconds. Same thing on my at&t account. It was just a matter of seconds, but I didn't hit order on the at&t, and then when I went back in, they kind of put you into a queue, and the website was pretty cool. It said, you know, once this page refreshes, you'll be able to order your phones. That was pretty cool. But with Sprint, their services were completely shut down. It just said server not available or something like that. And with T-Mobile, you could get all the way to the end of the page where it was time to purchase, then it would reboot or kick you out or just tell you to try in 15 minutes. So eventually I ended up just calling in. I did try last night, but it was just the systems were down all night and T-Mobile did nothing about it to try to fix it. And I think they should have saw that coming, just like last year was the same thing. But nonetheless, if you woke up this morning, like most of us, you were able to call in and get your order, or you could actually do it online. So we kind of did. I did 1 and 1. I originally posted that I got 1 and 1 in the 128 gigs for T-Mobile, but I actually ended up getting 2 of the pluses in the 128 gig, because I think that's going to be a hot item, and I think it's going to be one that people want just based on today's numbers. If you did order and it got through and you got all the emails and confirmations, you probably got a text message saying, hey, your order's being processed, and then you got an email saying you need to sign your EIP if you did EIP, or if you did pay cash like some people, you just got your confirmation. And then you probably got another email if you successfully did it saying your order is processing or is processed and, you know, ready for shipping or ready for the courier. And I've gotten all those emails, and so my orders are finished. And I did express shipping and overnight shipping on one and express on the other. So hopefully, I guess a word of advice to people who order pre-orders and things like that: when you order, you should always choose overnight shipping or express shipping. And a company like T-Mobile is always willing to negotiate sometimes on the pricing on that if you're speaking to someone. But if not, you know, you might as well just choose the this is just you don't have to do this, but I found that in every situation when I order my BlackBerry, when I order anything, if I choose overnight shipping, I always get my device ahead of several other people. So sorry for all the beeping. I was ordering cases and things like that, and I think the emails are coming in. But I think you should always choose some kind of express shipping, because if you choose ground, you're going to the back of the list. I've placed orders for my BlackBerry devices after people, but I chose express shipping and I got mine within a matter of days, and some people still hadn't gotten theirs. You remember that big BlackBerry fiasco when it was $199. Same thing with this, the iPhone. As you can see here, T-Mobile has updated their website to say due to strong demand for our pre-order devices, we are experiencing some intermittent technical issues processing orders. Please try again later. Well, that's kind of sad that they did this this way. But if you go in there, you know, you might think that you can actually order it, and it might take you through the process, but you can't order. See, it says pre-order, 0 down, you know, here's the pricing. But the fact of the matter is, pretty much as I showed you on this other page here, they're pretty much sold out everywhere. You still have the option to get, and this was as of 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. So you might still have an option to grab one of these, but these are definitely gone. So if you're able to get one, I just told people who asked on Twitter and all the chats that I'm in and the blogs, just get the 128. I mean, because I think the Plus, actually I read online somewhere that the Plus was actually the most sought after device out of all of these devices. To my surprise, I didn't think it would be that way, but it's a new device and for Apple, and it's something new, and there's probably a lot. I would say that a lot of Android users, in fact, I already know several Android users that are switching over to get the Plus. They're not leaving Android, but they're willing to try out Apple with a bigger screen, because Apple's a little behind with their screen sizes and some technology. But pretty much Apple's their launches are always good. They always sell millions of their devices. Not that that means anything, but a lot of customers like Apple products, and the iPhone in particular. But you can get in here to your T-Mobile account, and this doesn't mean that you can actually get the device. It'll take you through all of this and tell you that hey, you're at the end, you can go through the process, but at the end it's going to tell you no, sorry, try again later. So that's kind of a downside, but nonetheless, the 4.7 is still available, but the 6 Plus is the one that's having tons of issues, and people are not able to get it, and people are really getting upset in the blogs. It's pretty funny if you guys go to it. I mean, last night when I tried, I couldn't get in. I just said, screw it, I'm going to bed, and I'll deal with it in the morning. If I get one, I get one. If I don't, I don't. And that's kind of where it is, because most of us already have tons of devices already, and we just kind of want the latest and greatest sometimes. My 5S works perfectly fine, and that's it. But this Plus is very intriguing because it has the higher resolution screen, and it's a 5.5-inch iPhone, and it's only 7mm, so that's very interesting. Really curious and ready to try out that new camera, and the 64-bit processing is going to be pretty good. But again, you can go in here and try to do this, but they're sold out everywhere, and they're saying that they're back ordered everywhere. That's why I wanted to show you this list here. That's being you can catch this list anywhere. I might even put a link in the description so you can keep up to date with it. But if you're looking for the iPhone 6 Plus, you are SOL at this point. If you didn't get up this morning and get it, or fortunate enough to get it early in the morning prior to everyone else ordering, for T-Mobile that is, they're gone, definitely, if you're a T-Mobile customer. But as of last night, all of these were available through Verizon, and T-Mobile's wasn't ready yet, but Sprint's website was down last night at midnight. They went out of service. Even the Apple web page was out of service. It said, hey, if you go to it now, it'll still tell you that you can order, but you really can't. So here's what you're looking at. If you're looking to get the new iPhone, you won't be able to get the Plus. You can probably grab the 4.7-inch one, which is still great. It costs $100 less. But I would say if you're going to get this, even if you don't think you're going to use a lot of memory, I think you should at least get the 64 gig, because that's a steal right there. This used to be middle ground was 32, and there was no 128. So I think a lot of people are snatching up the 128s because, hey, this is going to be, I can load tons of things to my phone without using up a lot of data streaming if you don't have unlimited data. And that's what I plan on doing. I've recently decided to take off my unlimited data because my home internet is so great. I just kind of leave it on Wi-Fi, and I've never used Wi-Fi at home like that for my devices except for my iPad. But I decided to just remove my unlimited data, and I think I have like 3 gigs or something on there, or the free 2.5 gigs or whatever it is. Nonetheless, I'm just going to load up all of my movies and everything that I would normally be streaming to that device itself, because 128 gigs of that, you'll probably get 110 gigs available to yourself, and we'll see once we actually get the devices in hand. But hopefully you were lucky enough to actually get your hands on one of these, or not get your hands on it, get your order in, I'm sorry, a pre-order, and you can get one. So we'll know here shortly in the next week or so when they start to launch. The stores, from what I'm told, are not going to carry the 64 or the 128. Now this shouldn't be a surprise to you, because every other iPhone launch that they've had, they except for the C, they had the higher memories in stock. And so with this one, I talked to T-Mobile, and they talked to me on Twitter, and they sent me some inboxes and said, hey, stores aren't going to cover it, so if you really want it, you really need to order online for the higher memory sizes. And that's what prompted a lot of this. So I'm hoping that you all, those who want one, can actually get one. But just again, the Plus model, all the sizes are out. So let me take you to the Apple Store real quick here and show you what the Apple Store is looking like. If you go here, and I can show you the dates for purchasing. So we're going to select this one. First I'm going to show you this one and show you the shipping times. And I'm just going to go down here and select T-Mobile and select this one. So you can see the shipping times is still good. It's available through the Apple Store. All of these are available 7 and 10 days. They used to say the 19th, but now it says 7 and 10 days, but that's still really good. Now take a look at the Plus. 3 to 4 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks. They're all gone for Sprint and AT&T on all of these. So and that's all colors too. That's not just they're all gone. But this 4.7-inch one is pretty much good to go. They're still at 4 to 7 business days with AT&T, and see with Sprint, theirs is actually the 19th it delivers. So that's still pretty good for the space gray and the silver one. But I think that's still pretty good considering, you know, you're able to actually get one of the 4.7s and, you know, go for the 128, guys. I mean, you won't regret it, especially if you're on T-Mobile, because I actually chose the EIP for this, and normally I just cash out on them, but obviously I'm not getting ready to pay $2,000 up front for 2 phones. So I just went on ahead and chose the EIP, which is a smart way to go, because you know, I get the Plus and it's smooth sailing. You know, I mean, getting the 128 gig to me is the best option. If you plan on doing a lot of storing, or you're a person who keeps a lot of things on your phone. But nonetheless, we're at a point where these things are gone, and it'll be 4 weeks. Apple tends to do this all the time. They you know, I don't know why they just don't prepare tons of all the options there, because they know they're going to sell over time. They're going to sell out eventually, but have them on hand up front to satisfy the customers, and that's kind of where it is. So no iPhone 6 Plus anymore, guys. In fact, mine does ship. I've already got confirmation that it's ready to go. That my orders, everything's confirmed. Hopefully your orders got confirmed too. Sound off in the comments to let me know. But this pre-order was a disaster, especially for T-Mobile, because their sites didn't even work last night. My Verizon account was good. My AT&T account was good. I don't have Sprint anymore. But just kind of sad that T-Mobile wasn't prepared for this. And you know, they reached out to me on Twitter, and you know, we talked about it, and that was that. But I was able to get in there and get a couple of them. So shout out in the comments if you were able to get your hands on the new iPhone or the iPhone 6 Plus, and let's talk about it. What did you think about the pre-order situation for whatever company you're with? I'll see you guys in the next one. This is going to be a hot item right here. This 128 Plus is going to be hot.